Oh, good afternoon, or should I say late evening, air gunners. I apologize for that crappy first video on the hats and flash pup. Still sitting here, still waiting. So much technical difficulty, I do apologize. All weekend, I finally got this thing working. Well, I did order at pelletgage.com a while back. This is 22. And I finally broke it out because I'm still waiting on my drill bits to modify and tune the hats and flash pup. So I figured I'd play around with this. I really wish I had a way of checking these holes just so I know I am using a precision. Not that I'm doubting the company or anything. I just like to double check, and I tried miking it out, but that's not good enough for me. And it's only a caliper anyways. So, I mean, maybe digital would do better, but it's just very tough. Anyways, I figured I'd have fun. And since I really don't rely on Craftsman pellets, some people do, I don't, and I can show you why. Here, let's move this out of the way. I did about 45, 50 pellets each. I know you really'd have to do the whole tin of 500 to get a super accurate. But this is what I'm going to show you anyways. This goes from 5... I can't see. 548 all the way up to 557. Well, I grabbed the Crossman and I started going at it, and these are all the tins that I had to mark for different sizes. This is 5-1. I'm just going to do the 5-1 instead of 5-5-1. So 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 5-6, and I did have one that was at 5-7. This is what you get with a tin of Crossman. Are there better tins out there? Yeah, absolutely. I have gotten some really good tins. This tin, not so much. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different head sizes for Crossman. That pretty much speaks for itself. And this is why I use, or let the kids pretty much use these. But I did about 50 of those, and then I just stopped. That's when I actually decided to stop at 50. And I just put a hold onto that. I did mark them all. Anyways. So, I went to the H&N. The Barracuda. These were pretty much within 2 sizes out of the 50 I did. I had 5.53 and 5.54. These are all supposed to be 5.5 heads, I believe, on every single one. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure on every one of these tins that I have are 5.5. So the Barracuda were 5.3, 5.4. That was the majority of those. I went to the FTTs, H&N, 5.6, and mostly 5.7s. I went to Vortex Supreme, and these, surprisingly, were the closest to 5.5 and 5.6 that were actually, that they were rated for. So I was actually surprised, and I do have a couple guns that do shoot these fairly well. Not great. Some pretty good, but not super great. JSB. These are 18, and I know accuracy will also depend on weight, the gun, the shape, but these were very consistent also. It's one reason why I use JSB. These were 5.52, 5.53. They were a bit smaller, which I was kind of surprised at, but they were very consistent. I had no issues. I got to stop saying Anyways, The air arms. These absolutely shoot the best in most of my 22s. This is why I was really surprised that they were most consistent at 5.1 and 5.2. And these are supposed to be 5.5s. These are only 16 grain compared to the 18 here. But I was very, very surprised on the smaller head size. My RWS 48 shoots these absolutely immaculately. My Hatson 135 and 22 modified shoots them extremely, extremely well. Even my Chinese Cisco 46U shoots these absolutely the best. My Hatson Edge shoots these at least one of my Hatson Edges shoots these absolutely incredibly accurate. I also had, I'm not going to bring that gun into it because I had issues, so that thing's still on the fritz. But it was another Hatson that I won't mention. The only Hatson that I ever really did have issues with. But anyways, I was very surprised to see the smaller head size. And I think the 5.2 may be the ticket, but I'm going to have to, over the winter, take maybe a couple tins. I will separate them, and I will actually test these out and see what head size works the best in what gun. I'm just to the point where I only use one pellet in certain rifles now, and that's it. I don't need to change it up. I don't need to try the Hunters, the Extreme, Supreme. I know what they shoot the most accurate at, so I'm going to have to do that over the winter, and I won't even waste my time with the Crossmans, because I'd be there all... I'd need at least 2 winters to try to do that, sort them all out. So I'm definitely going to take these two and take a couple tins, sort them out, mark them, and do some accuracy testing. 25, 50, and of course I mostly shoot 90 to 100 yards anyways, so that's where I really want to see them perform and see which ones do perform the best. But like I said, I just really wish I could absolutely know positively these are exact holes. Not that I doubt the company, not at all. Even if they weren't marked right, I do have it determined on which hole these pellets work the best on. So, but I am very happy that I picked up this gauge, and unfortunately now I want one for 25 cal. So, but I have mostly 22s. Unfortunately, getting into the PCP world now, and I'm mostly sticking with the 25s. They just put out the most power and hit the hardest. So, all right, I just wanted to share that tidbit with you. I mean, most people know about Crossman anyways, unless you're a newbie, and I was too, and that's all I ever used. And I'm watching everybody else shoot really good, and I'm using these, wondering why, and come to find out there's other brands than Crossman, and discovering out what your gun loves the best is part of the job. And if you want to increase your accuracy, I was also trying, while my phone was down, I was also trying to use my camera, which was working actually great for doing videos. I went to install it in my laptop, and apparently 9-year-old laptops, well, mine's not working all too well, so I had to hold off on video recording this way. And my snowblower decided to, try not to swear, decided to throw the auger shaft bearing. So that was another project I spent most of today doing. Took about an hour to figure out who had one, because it's an older model, and finally ordered one. Anyways, that has nothing to do with air rifles. But I do have my letter drill bit. They said it's coming Tuesday. So if I can sneak in some time in between the holiday here, I will finish taking this all apart, and I will start opening up the transfer port, and I will show you guys what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. For the most part, it's going to be just enlarging it, and it does take time, so I don't know how long of a video it'll be. I might just cut out on it and show you after results, because it does take time and you want to be precise and you do not want to mess it up. So, but if I can, I will record it, but if not, I will give in detail how I did it and if any trouble I had. If you watch my hats and flash, you'll already have a good understanding on what I'll be doing. This one is much smoother anyways, the cocking, and the trigger is, safety is different here, which I have no issues with this compared to my flash. That's good out of the box. That's only going to get better, so I will take a peek at that and see if I can loosen it up, because it is a little different than going off the trigger itself here. Okay, I just wanted to share that little tidbit. I do apologize for the technical difficulties beyond my control. I almost went out and got a new phone today, too. I still might do that. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know on the pellet gauge. I probably will be saving up for a 25 because I am really curious, and I do have a lot more other pellets, and I didn't really know the difference in sizes actually and what the comparison was. So I mean, still nothing wrong with the H&Ns. They were more of a 3 number spread, even though I wrote down 2. I did have a few, but to be totally honest, the arms were the most consistent. JSB was right there too. I mean, only by 1 or 2 pellets, but just the air arms was a little better, only out of 50, not 500. And that's what I really need to do for testing and running them all through. With family and everything, it's not easy to have all the time in the world, so maybe I'll get the kids to help. Who knows? But definitely over the winter, I want to do some sorting, and we'll definitely do some testing. Okay, I appreciate you guys dealing with this. Next video will be the flash pup. Hopefully no technical errors or interruptions, and I can get this thing done and get it over the cranny and show you guys what I can do with this, or what the gun ended up being. So appreciate you watching. Good shooting, everyone, and until next time.